This is a bad idea. I'm gonna make a huge mistake tonight. I'm gonna become a writer. I know most of the writers here watching this have already left the chat, and I don't blame you. But whoever's here, still here, welcome. And first of all, I just want to apologize for looking so oily. My light does not agree with me. I can come here and it's a bit faded, but back here again, it's a mess. So I'm really sorry about that. And yeah, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm making this video. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna upload this because I'm gonna make mistakes and I'm just gonna keep repeating myself over and over again probably. So I don't think I'm gonna upload this, but I'm just gonna make it. Because this is a really weird thing that's about to happen right now. I am going to become a writer. Yeah, I am going to write my first novel and not do anything else except this. And I'm going to be a writer. Now, why is that such a ridiculous idea? Well, for people like me, well, let me just tell you something about myself. I'm not an American. I'm not from the UK. I'm not from a first world country. I'm an Indian. And for Indians, it's not okay to be a writer. And by that I mean, I am poor. We are poor, my family and I. And for people who live in India, for people who are from a third world state of a third world country, going about and pursuing your creative endeavors is not the greatest idea because you have other people depending on you. And the same is with me. So the question arises for someone like me is, how dare I dream of being something that I am not supposed to be? Like, how dare I dream big and not work like the traditional way? Because for us, we mostly, right out of university or right out of college, or whatever studies we do, we directly go to a job, whether it's a government job or a corporate job, whatever we can be hired at, we do that. That's who we are. That's who we're supposed to be. That's what we were raised for. And to even attempt to do anything else is considered taboo or weird or just crazy. Now, add to all of that and poverty, this is a ridiculous idea. And on top of that, I've never went to a school where I've learned writing, creative writing, or whatever, screenwriting. I've never gone to a school specifically for that field. I've read books, countless books by Truby McKee. I've read, what have I read? I don't even remember what I read. Like, there's so many books I've read. So besides knowledge from books and YouTube videos, and from a lot of other things, blogs, vlogs, my writing is just me attempting stuff by myself. It's never been, oh, I've worked in a particular magazine, now I'm a novelist. I've never done that. So why am I doing this right now? Why is this why at this particular point in my life I'm doing this? Well, to explain this better, let me see. Are there dots in the screen? I don't know why. This is my phone, so I'm really sorry about the shitty audio and this amazing, amazing video quality, so bear with me. So in order to explain this conundrum that I'm in, I have to take you back a little bit far back in time, where things were going just the way it was supposed to go for a poor person like me. It was college, and then once I finished college, I was going to get an education loan to go to a university, wherever I wanted to go, and get a job right away. Get an internship, get a job, feed my mom, get a cat, I don't know. So that was like where I was heading, and it was going perfectly fine. But what was not going perfectly fine was my personal life. I did not give any attention to my personal life at all, like my eating habits. I've always had a binge eating disorder, and I just thought I was always hungry. I just didn't realize it. I don't know whose dog that was. I didn't realize that I was going through it big problem that needed to change right away or I was going to die. But I just kept eating and I just kept sitting and I just kept getting more and more isolated. So for me, isolation was never a big problem. It was always like, oh, I'm just an introvert. So my eating got out of control and I turned into such a fat blob that on the first day of examinations of my first paper on sixth semester, in this is like the final exams, I collapsed and fainted like on the floor. I couldn't give my examination. I couldn't appear in it. So I was there and I ended up in the hospital. Turns out that being that fat and just having this giant of a face and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger is not the greatest idea in the world. Especially with someone like me with a history of diabetes and cancer and everything else in the family. So I got sick really bad and I ended up in the hospital twice. Once in May or June of 2016 and on December of 2016. So both times the symptoms were like crazy. Both times I was just sitting there in the hospital and like, what the fuck has my life come up to? So I'm fat and I'm unhappy and my life is out of control and I'm gonna live this life just doing other people's bidding. That is what my life is gonna be. So I did some intervention and the first thing I did was change my diet and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's not important at this point. As you can see, I've lost a lot of weight. But besides losing the weight, what I did was did some soul searching and went back to the past. And when I went back to the past, I did some writing. I would write down my thoughts and stuff. And writing was a constant thing that was always there. It was omnipresent. I think that's a word. Omnipresent. I see what an excellent writer I am. So I would write short stories, I would write poems, I would write short novellas. I have written with other people. I've written for myself. I've written for magazines and stuff. Very local, regional stuff. I've never got critical acclaim by people or anything like that. So the reason I never did it for money, I always did it for fun. I always did it for like just recreational stuff. For me, writing is always fun. So I started writing and then I realized like I really like writing. I really am good at this. So I started reading and I started reading fiction and then I moved on to nonfiction. And then I moved on to nonfiction about writing. In the midst of all of that, in the midst of my hospital visits and me just trying to figure out what am I supposed to do, I took a break from college. I didn't look at universities at all, which I was supposed to do. I got hold of an old diary of mine, an old journal, of me being 14 years old. And that 14-year-old, I forgot about, by the way. That 14-year-old me was already planning on writing the next big novel. I couldn't believe it. And I read what I wrote when I was 14 years old. It was shit. It was just babbling. But it was not girly shit. It was not me talking about boys or anything. It was me talking about life and love and friendship. And it was really good stuff. For a 14-year-old, it was not bad. I was like, I was actually criticizing my work because now I had perspective. And I could look back and be like, oh, this is not bad. This is good. This could do some work. So I looked back at it that way and I'm like, this person is not a bad writer. And then I realized the 14-year-old me, just like this year-old me, this 24-year-old me, did not care about money, did not care about fame, did not care about boys or peer pressure or anything, and just was in love with the art of writing. Just writing a story, telling a story. That was what I was passionate about as a kid. Then I went back further and I saw that this started at the age of 7. It's just that I stumbled upon life that way and things got from bad to worse for me, financially and all that, which was like, it doesn't really matter. But in the midst of that, I forgot about that. And then the 15-year-old me came along, the high school-year-old me, and that person got emboldened in peer pressure and boys and materialism and kind of forgot about writing. And then at the age of 24, I discovered it again right now. It's like, it's this newfound love, but it's really not. It's really something that I really, really love to do. I just realized that I can dare to dream about being a writer, being a novelist, telling a story. Because if I don't do that, I'm just miserable and angry at life and just not going forward. And since I am ending up in the hospital, risking my health and getting my life expectancy cut in half or whatever, what do I gotta lose? So I've decided that I'm gonna write a brand new novel, and I'm gonna write about, I've written stories and I can expand them into big novels, but I just want to like touch on something that I've never done before. So I've taken a topic that I don't understand, and I'm gonna write about love, I'm gonna write about friendships, I'm gonna write about art, and I'm gonna write about music. Music is something that I don't know jack diddly about. So I'm taking that in order to just kill myself further and bang my head against the table as much as I can and ruin my keyboard. But it's gonna be fun. And I'm so excited. And I hope I don't lose my sanity in the process, which is why I'm going to the second part. Why am I doing this right now? This thing? Why am I recording myself? Why am I making a video about it? Why am I doing a YouTube video? Well, two things. Firstly, I just want to document this mess I'm about to create in my life, and I want whoever it is that's listening out there, whether it's one person, two people, or three, to just be part of this journey and enjoy this shit show that's about to happen. But jokes aside, I really want to structure my life accordingly, and in order to do that, I'm someone that loves routine and discipline and like just being there. I wasn't this person before. Like I said, I would just do my own thing, eat and sleep and shit, and just go to college and come back and just do the same thing over again. Routine was never my thing. But jokes aside, I really want to just talk about my process of just being this brand new writer on the block and writing this debut novel of mine, which I don't know will succeed or not, but it really doesn't matter. It's about the journey. It's about the process. And I want to document, if I can, every single day of it. If not, I just want to document every other day of it, including my successes, my frustrations, my writer's blocks, my life getting in the way problems, and I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I just want to, unlike the life coaches that give me all these amazing lessons that I'm very thankful for, I just don't want to be one of those people who are like, this is what I did, therefore you should do the same. I am nobody to say that to anyone. My life is a freaking mess, and I just want to make sure that I'm grounded and I don't fly off the handle and lose my sanity. And I just want to do this on YouTube, just lay myself bare and tell everybody what I'm doing. And I think people underestimate YouTube a lot. YouTube is a fantastic tool to interact with people, because if I post something on Instagram or Twitter, people, for the sake of like for like or to retweet for retweet, they will just say, oh, amazing post, like you're so cool and shit like that on the comment section, hoping for a sub. So it's very disingenuous. Whereas on YouTube, the comment section is amazing. It's really raw, what I'm trying to say. It's unabashed, unbiased, and just completely open, sometimes very angry comment sections. And what I love about YouTube is that the criticism and the people trying to interact with each other via YouTube comments or anywhere else, it's very to the point. Nobody's hiding anything. They just put on an avatar, a name, a fake name, and they just say whatever they want. they don't have to give away who they are if they don't want to. And that's amazing, because you can talk to people that way without laying yourself bare and someone coming to your office and telling your boss to fire you. So it's just an unbelievably great platform. Besides all that, it's also a great platform to get criticism and to talk to people. So instead of me spouting all the knowledge that I just received from all the books and all my processes and my mental works, I want to talk about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing and what I should be doing and what I should not be doing. Sorry. Instead of that, I just want to talk about what I am doing and what I'm not doing. And what I want is just to interact with people who can tell me what I should be doing and what I should not be doing. I know it sounds crazy, but I would love the back and forth here, you know, and even if I don't get any back and forth, it's just a fantastic tool to just keep myself structured and organized and not lose my sanity, because I'm going to be cooped up in this room and just write my novel. So I might go crazy by not talking to people. So this will be a great tool to not just keep my sanity intact, at the same time I'm going to be connecting with people, and I have a task that I have to do every day because I am responsible for making a video, since now I have talked about it, since I've said that I'm going to do. So I'm going to be responsible for making the video. At the same time, I'm going to be responsible for people's time, whoever is watching right now, to have invested in the video. So I can't, you know, pussy out on that. So it's fantastic. So the second reason why I'm doing this is because I'm nervous about writing, and I was very nervous about YouTube as well. When I started YouTube, I was in a bad place in my life, and then people were very nice to me. They posted nice comments and everything, and I was like, okay, this can be done, something good can be done. So I didn't talk about myself much. I tried doing some funny stuff, like a funny video, whatever, meme shit, and then I talked about things that I like, which is like movies or horror movies, and tried to compare them. And then I talked about some of the YouTubers that I enjoyed and some controversy that's happened with some YouTuber or some celebrity. I did all of that, and the reception was not bad, but it wasn't really like me. I was me, but I wasn't really talking about myself, more about like stuff, you know, that we all do in conversations, like, how's the weather? It's like, that's something that I was doing, but not exactly that. So, and it was like, I was not supposed to do YouTube or something. Like I said, I'm poor, so I tried to save up and do shit, but just like life would get in the way and I couldn't like focus on equipment. I mean, for example, I am recording on my phone right now. I love you, Lenovo. But at the same time, I was editing on my laptop, which is now practically dead, and then all the money that I saved for a nice camera, a decent camera, like about $300, because my laptop died, I had to invest in a PC, which I haven't assembled yet because I'm scared. The reason why I haven't assembled my PC yet, or why I was so nervous going back to YouTube again, is because, especially with my phone, is because I guess I got intimidated by other YouTubers and other YouTube channels and all the equipment they have and all the time they've put in and all the stuff they talk about, monetization and sponsorships, and you have to look this way, and you have to act this part, you have to say these things, you have to do those things, and you have to follow particular trends. That I just got warped in that world, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't afford all this stuff, and I can't be here. Like, I'm in no way going to be a YouTuber. Like, it was not like my thing to have like subscriber count, but I'm like, okay, if I talk about things here, what do I talk about? That was like my big problem here. So in the midst of me feeling sorry for myself and having a pity party all by myself, the greatest thing ever happened to me. I broke both my legs. Yeah. I just got my cast off, and now I'm in these binders right now, and they're healing. The bone, like, I don't know, the thin bones are healing. But yeah, you heard that right. I broke both my ankles, and I'm sorry. I broke both my ankles, and the reason why I say that it is the greatest thing that ever happened to me was because this injury, this incident, made me realize that being nervous gets you nowhere. I mean it. I mean, I have to walk on these things right now, and while limping around, I just realized what a freaking idiot I was for not following my dreams, and for even saying, how dare I dream of being a YouTuber, how dare I dream of being a writer, how dare I talk to people, which is what I'm supposed to do as a human being. I don't know why these are called karma, by the way. But the reason why I'm saying is that I could have died going out to buy rice and milk. And what the hell would I have accomplished so far? Me feeling sad, me feeling nervous, me feeling sorry that, oh, I have a phone that I can record in. I have a phone that I can record in. I have a notepad that I can write in. I have a PC that can run Movie Maker. I have my crutches that I can walk on. I have ideas in my head that I can explore and put it on paper. I have a keyboard that I can type in. I have all the people that's watching here, 1, 2, 5, 100, whoever you are, welcome. I have all these people that I can talk to. I have my friends and family that I love, but I have time in my hands. And I'm a lucky motherfucker that I'm healing right now. I can barely walk, and the toilet situation is not great, but I'm here. I'm here, not queer. I'm here, and I'm fine. This is fine. These are fine right now. Not being a jerk about people who don't have this, but I'm just saying, I can type, I can write, I can explore, and I can do whatever the fuck I wanted to do in my life. And it's so fleeting. I was in the hospital twice for my own dumbass eating more than I should. I went to buy rice and I almost lost my legs. And I'm worried about equipment when I have a tool that I can talk to people with right now, where I can document my insanity, this insanity cruise that I'm in, that I'm about to do right now. I can do all of these things and I am complaining. Oh, fuck that. So this is why I'm doing this right now. This is why I'm recording, and this is why I'm babbling like crazy. I'm so excited to do what I'm about to do right now, which is to write and succeed and fail at it and just fuck my life up and make bad decisions, go crazy, have all those bouts of anger when I can't just get those words in paper right, where I have years of regret and failures, and where I'm grateful for all of them. And I can't wait to share this life right here with anybody who is watching this, and I am so sorry for wasting... Whose dogs are these? I don't know. They're having a dog fight right in the middle of my video. I'm so sorry for wasting so much of your time. I'm glad that you stuck around till the end. If you want to watch the next fiasco of this series, please subscribe. And I love you for being here. And I hope you leave a comment and tell me about your creative journey, or is there any stress that you're dealing with? Talk to me so we can go about this mess together and figure it out. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna leave. Bye-bye. And remember to always be a kid at heart. Be your own hero. Bitch, I can't handle my own omelet.